Okay, so I feel like I've gone as best I can on the thermometer experiment. I don't know if it's old or needs to be calibrated. I just kind of go like what my body tells me, and the sensors in there, and then that seems to be a little closer to the match. And like I said, when trying to do the indoor test, and the thermostat, set at 78, but the wall heater thing is, I have really tall ceilings, so it blows up there. If I turn on the ceiling fan, it will blow down and get it more warm. Sometimes I do that, but I just have a sweater on. But I would definitely say it feels more 68, 72 range than it does 78. 78, I don't think I'd have a sweater on in my house. So, or in socks when my feet are freezing. So, it's up to each and every person to decide what they believe and what they understand. It's what your soul can understand. It's what your soul can believe. And we are all have limitations. And it's so crazy. I keep talking about there's disclosure and all these old hokey movies that I keep putting on, which they're really fun. They're not very serious. And one thing is you can see, like, it used to be you could go out and make a movie and, it would get seen. Some of these movies look like it was the college students made them. But what happened? Why did all of a sudden, you have to be a big box office star to get a movie out? So it's all manipulation of our information. But anyways, what I was gonna say is it is so funny in that one how it started talking about, I don't know, they're caught in some sort of time warp or something there, and they've got all these souls trapped in this place, and the souls that are trying to escape are asking why. And the one of the demon people, the person who got burned up or something who's trapped there, they said it was a government experiment done from the air. The mess with time and space. Like, I'm telling you, there's a lot of disclosure. And I don't know if it was people who were writing stories were, had more, they were more creative and more open. Especially back in the 70s, a lot of people had some, pretty big antennas back then. I mean, afros were huge. People had just big hair. Long hair. Guys had long hair. Everybody had a lot of hair. And so who knows? Were they picking up these stories and those stories were coming to them and they just thought it was like their imagination? It's possible. Is it actual disclosure that they're showing us so that when we, that is how they think they get off on this karmic debt that they create. They think if they show us something and that we agree or we don't raise holy hell, then we're participating freely, free will. See, it's all about this manipulation of energy. That's why you have to be very, understand about energy and stuff and look at it. If you're manipulating, am I stepping on someone else's energetic imprint? Am I trying to guide energy the way I want because out of fear or whatever it is that's driving and motivating us? So if there's also the possibility of because they can do it on purpose, they can do it by accident. Like I said, it could just be somebody who is picking up information and, these higher beings are constantly trying to give us information. Like I said, I was a little kid. I was little when they were telling me that we were experiments, that we're just like a zoo, that we're just a big experiment and we're being watched all the time. And, I could understand what they were saying on some concept, but only until, more recently have I really seen like, whoa, like I knew that we were experiments, but like to the degree that this is, I mean, it's shocking to get to a place and think like, oh my gosh, these people were totally controlling everything. They were controlling our information, controlling how we felt, how we dealt with each other. They were controlling it all. I mean, that's a lot. It's a lot to wrap your head around. And there's a lot of people, it's too much to wrap their head around. They can't even conceive of it. It's just too big. And, who knows how far they'll get into it. You're only going to get into it what your brain can understand, what you can comprehend, and that's the only part you're here to experience, to grow from. Not everybody has to know all things. You only have to know what your soul's trying to show you. So, we don't need to worry about what other people are thinking. And I don't know if I even made it clear, like when I was talking about, when people are working together, like somebody is helping somebody and, like if they're helping them figure out spells or whatever, those people are, as a group, they are here to learn from experience. So everybody that you go through these experiences with, that you are attached to the outcome. So we're all participating, and we all get to go and view ourselves. That's what this is all about, is so you can get a look at yourself. What are you like in the midst of struggle? What are you like in, if an opportunity arises, who are you at your core? That's what all of this stuff is to show you. And when you don't like what you see, it's up to you to change it. It's not up to you to try and make someone else happy and change what they don't like. They need to focus on themselves. Nobody needs to be focusing on anyone else. We all need to focus on ourselves and becoming our best self. It's not our duty. It's not our job to fix somebody else. It's each of us to identify ourselves and identify our own problems and work towards our own goals. So anyways, just watching that again, I just want to clarify, because I don't know if you can hear it very well, especially Stella was snoring up a storm. But, and she was saying, a government experiment, and they did something from the air in a plane, and they messed with time and space. It's like, oh, sounds so familiar. So yeah, there's disclosure all around us, and who knows, like, if there was certain ways they got stuff out, because I'm telling you, go back and you watch like some of these old conspiracy, there was like some government conspiracy movies there for a while, a whole bunch of those. Oh my gosh, so much stuff in it. It's just like, oh my God, they sell us this as entertainment, and it's all so true. Now we know it's all true. And, oh, I just want to put this out there too. I turned on some other show. This movie was popping up, which Robert Urich, I swear to God, now if something doesn't pop up about him every day, it would be weird. Like, I don't know. I got to do more research and see what is this hidden message that, I don't understand why he keeps popping into my stuff. But, so this movie is called Orphanage, and it was a sad story about a little boy whose parents died, and then he gets put in this orphanage, and I didn't finish it. It's like I think it's a ghost haunted one, but he was being so abused by these people. But the whole thing is they make these things into movies. So I just want to clarify this. They make these things into movies, but these are soul journey stories. This is a soul journey to come and have your parents be taken from you. And then what happens to you? How do you dig yourself out of that? What is that experience all about? That's what I'm talking about when I say they take our stories and then they turn them into entertainment, used to fear and manipulate and all of that stuff. But they're really just soul experiences that are happening that have very significant outcomes. So, but it kind of creates us all to be like in fear of bad things happening. But we need bad things to happen so that we can grow. We can't just sit here and never grow. What would be the point? So anyways, Stella wants in, so I got a job to do. I'll talk to you later. Bye.